Hoka. All right, let's get into this. Good morning, Onion Lake and our neighboring communities. Um, yeah. So as you can see on the camera, I got the boys here with me. I got Brian, Randall, Mitch. Do your thing.
That's the thing.
That's the
Oh,
thing. Okay, guys. Yeah. So just for the viewers out there, I think there's a lot to talk about this morning. We've been through a lot in the past few months with this program. Not only that, but we have strategic planning coming up this week, and we want to promote that today, this morning. But I think with that, we'll do a little quick intro with the boys here. Even though I introduced them, but just have a little roundtable, just how you're feeling this morning and just whatever's on your mind. So I'll start to my left over here with Mr. Do your thing again. Yeah, that guy.
good morning, Onion Lake. My name is Mitch Lewis, 7 Gen. How you guys doing? I'm a little tired today. Thought I was gonna sleep in, but you get used to it. Yeah, we've been through a lot. We just got back from Soyuz. That was a good one with the elders trip. Got to meet the chief, Clarence Louis. Got a book from him, signed by him. That's cool over there, man. Seeing all of that entire place, just the whole story behind it all. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll come back to that. We'll dive into that along with all the other stuff we've been up to. Yeah, nice to see you, Mitch, and
I hope.
sorry for dragging you out of bed.
I'm used to it.
Man, this job is crazy for us. It's like all over the place,
Yeah,
but we make it work.
yeah, and it
Um,
doesn't feel like work sometimes.
yeah, that's the best part about it.
Yeah,
We get to have fun with you guys, the community, with each other, and try to bring some cool footage and all that jazz to you guys. But with that, we'll move on to Mr. Lewis.
Good morning. My name is Randall Lewis. I'm the newest employee of Seventh Generation Podcast. I made the move here probably like a week ago, and it feels good to be here. As soon as I started, I went out on the Elder Strip, and I think I'm gonna like it here. So work well with the community, the elders, the children, everyone. I guess try and make everything work out. Try and work together. And that's all I have to say right now.
Oh, welcome aboard, Randall. It's nice to have you here. Just for the record, Randall made his own choice to
It was all me,
come and
yes.
work over here. So, but yeah, nice to have you here. For real. Yeah, I think you'll be a good addition to the team. With that, we'll move on to my right.
Good morning, everybody. As you all know me, I'm Brian. I've been a part of 7 Gen here for a while now, since last year about. And we're doing good, man. Randall's an awesome addition to our crew, and things are going to go swell. Unfortunately, I didn't go on the Osoyoos trip, which is fine with me. At least I'm well rested. These boys are tired out. You know, um, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back at work. I took a couple weeks off due to personal things that went on, which is fine. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling not quite 100, but I'm getting there. I'm getting close. The healing process is in, and we're past the heavy stuff of you know the injuries that I had to go through with surgery and stuff. So it's all good. Happy to be back in action and ready to get back to work.
Oh.
Hey.
So just for the record, for Brian with his personal injuries and stuff,
What's coming up?
We weren't supposed to tell you guys out
Oh.
there, but
Sorry.
we got a C-section.
Baby's getting big. Yeah.
7 gens, baby.
Grandfather didn't. Oh,
Yes.
That was on record.
You guys are
I
crazy.
can't.
Used to,
You'll get
see,
there.
that's
You'll
what I-
get there.
that's what I
You'll
like
get
about
there.
that's what I like about this. It's a lot of laughs, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
laughing, enjoying themselves. That's
It's
what I
good,
like about
man.
it. Yeah.
It's always good energy in here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or
yeah.
around the crew and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of laughs. It's good. It's fun stuff. Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahoo.
So, the big thing for the viewers out there, again, we have a strategic planning community forum tonight at 5 o'clock. It'll be at the new round hall. So that's the big thing with us here today. But we want to go back and kind of just go over what we've been up to for the past month or two. But again, the big thing, community forum tonight, 5 o'clock. It's on behalf of Onion Lake Public Relations. At the new round hall, there's going to be a lot of cool door prizes. There's going to be food hampers. As we all know, the cost of living is going up, the cost of food is going up. So we figured a good incentive to bring out community members to our forum would be food hampers. It's been a big hit with our urban members, urban communities, the band meetings we've been attending out there. Our team over here, the ladies in our team, they they don't hold back when it comes to shopping for food hampers. So you won't want to miss that. The only way you could win these prizes tonight is you have to be in attendance when they do the draws. You can't just show up, enter your name, and then leave, because it defeats the purpose of, we want people to attend these meetings and to participate and be a part of the whole growth process for our community. So we'll be giving away some golf passes, and I'm not sure what else. The ladies are shopping this morning, prepping for that. We do have a caterer, so supper will be provided. We have a facilitator gonna come in and run these exercises for us. We have 4 days of strategic planning with our public relations department. Today is a community forum, so everyone is invited. Tomorrow is kind of more focused towards directors and program managers. So we'll be doing that internally and going through the same exercise. And then the day after, we'll be sitting with chief and council and senior administration, going through the same exercise. And then on Friday, which is the last day for our session, is gonna be going through the same exercise with our internal public relations team. So just for the record, just to put this out there, for people to understand, this is not a band meeting. What we're looking for is we're looking for forward thinking, like future events, future things coming up. What would people like to see in the community? We're looking for direction on where to take our communication and our programming. What do people want to see in the community? How can we improve our communication to membership? And in terms of growth and development and nation building, we're looking for direction in that area too. So you're all invited to attend. You're encouraged to attend. Bring your googums and mushums. And yeah, just come and participate. It's gonna be a good, fun evening. We're gonna be live streaming it. but again, it's all about brainstorming and looking forward together and trying to identify next steps and priorities and what we want to achieve. What are some goals we want to have in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years time? So that's going to be happening tonight. Community forum. You're all invited to attend. Again, cool door prizes and a cater. So put that in your calendar. 5 o'clock today. 5 o'clock start. Running till 8. Or if we need to go later, we could do that. So again, that's the main thing for this morning. So get the word out. Let your family know to come and be a part of this. It's all this information is being gathered and being utilized by our like visionaries within the community to help with direction for all of us and what will benefit us the most and our kids and our grandkids and the growth of our community. So we'll leave it at that for now. um does anyone want to add to that,
I
or
just got
do
a
we
quick
want to?
question. Are we gonna go? Are we streaming it live, or are we recording it?
Streaming.
What are we doing?
Tonight is going to be live stream.
There it is. Oh, boy, we are going to be in attendance. You know what? Just come out, show the support. Come out, bring out your comments, questions. Let us know where your thought process is at, so we could better accommodate the people of Onion Lake, the listener, with whatever we're doing with our program. It's going to be awesome, man. Hope to see everybody there. It's going to be good.
Yeah, a lot of people I know that they have great ideas. They need
For
to
sure.
come out and voice them, right?
Right.
So they can help all of us here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All ideas are awesome. All ideas are great. It's not about, somebody, just being a little bit ashamed to say what they're going to say. But, that idea might click somebody else's, thought process, which they could collaborate, and it could become something awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Just on that note, what Randall said.
Yeah.
What did you say?
So it'd be nice to people to come out and voice their ideas, right? I know there's some people out there that have some good ideas. It'd be good for them to come out, like
Right.
even the younger generation.
Yeah.
I know they would have some great ideas too, right? To come and help out.
Yeah,
I think everybody's welcome, right?
That would be awesome for young people to come out and see and say what they would like to see for the future. You know what, man? We're all open for that, because I do believe this program, we're creating it, and then they're the next people coming up. If they have an idea right now, when they get in and want to be a part of this program, they could, that idea would be there and the seeds would be planted, and they could take it over.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So just on that note, with what Randall said, and one thing I've always said, and one thing I've always believed, like over the years, this being in the field for so long, one thing I always say is we don't have all the answers. Us as staff, us as leadership, us as senior admin, us as whatever, the workers in the community, we don't have all the answers to the challenges facing our community. So I really like what Randall said. I honestly believe a lot of the answers that we're looking for are in the community. So we want to provide a space for people to come out and just come and share their ideas and thoughts and feelings, to not feel discouraged or shy, like Brian said. At the end of the day, there is no right answer and there is no wrong answer.
Yeah.
We all have observations and we all have perspectives, and all we're doing is just sharing what we see, what we experience, and some solutions based on what we're going through in our lives. And nobody has a perfect life. We're all human. We all have issues and problems like everybody else. So, we just want to create a safe space for like community building, nation building and things like that. So I think with that, we'll leave it at that. We have a comment here. I'm gonna read it. Walter Blair Patagan, how about the ecosystem of onion? The aquatic life is all almost gone, like the fish, frogs, and other life that we are neglecting. Put our egos aside for the ecosystem and respect all life on the res. That's a good comment. That's a good reminder. Um, yeah, I
It's a good statement.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
It's a good statement.
and then
Yeah.
there's no real question, right?
No.
So we can't
Yeah.
really try to give an answer.
Yeah.
But I think we all agree. I
Yeah.
agree with
I
that.
agree with that.
It is a priority, and it's a part of our identity since way back. So good comment, Mr. Walter. So with that, moving on, I want to get into this calendar. I want to open up the floor to you guys. What do we have in here? Let's start off with, we don't have it in here, but sports day, live streaming sports day. What's
That
your
was fun.
guys' thoughts on that? Who was involved with that? And let's talk about that. And then we'll go to the powwow. And then we'll go to, did they have summer games or winter games this year?
They had egg.
Winter
Egg.
we didn't-
yeah,
we didn't
winter
go there.
games,
too,
they
right?
did egg, yeah. Yeah, and then
When they did
Um,
egg, I think we were in Edmonton at that time,
Mhm.
but that was for the band meeting or something like that.
oh yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
do egg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then we'll jump into this calendar for beginning of August. So with that, we'll go to sports day. How is that for you guys?
It was fun. It was really busy. Really busy, man. From the moment that we woke up all the way till like 8 p.m. or something. We didn't have breaks. It was just get there, set up, and they were so behind in schedule that at one point, I think one of those days we got there like 8 and we kept going because there was a delay and we didn't get a break. So the whole time it was just working and we didn't even get to eat till like, was it 6 or 7 that night?
Yeah.
We kept trying to run across to go get food, but they were already starting the next one.
Yeah.
And then when we finally did get the food, I think every single one of us ordered everything on that menu, and we all just had a big tray, and we were just sitting there eating.
Yeah.
We couldn't survive off the apples that Fraser provided.
Horses. We were horses. It was awesome, man. I was, man, I didn't even leave the trailer like for 8 hours, 10 hours, man. It was like we were swamped. For the people out there, thank you for the camera guys that stuck it out with us, man. Those are super long days.
Yeah.
And when we were done the program, like when we were done the whole program, it seemed like it went by so quick because we were so busy throughout the whole weekend. I think it was 5 days, right?
Yeah.
We were so busy. It was crazy, man. There was a rain out day, I think, on one of them, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it rained and then they still went ahead with the wagons in the afternoon, and the track was soaked in the morning. It was like a lake, right? Good job to the sports day committee for getting that track done, man. They did an awesome job. But like for us, it was like I was tired, even though just sitting there all day, it felt like my body was sore,
Well,
the next
even
morning.
like the strain on your eyes to be looking at that screen for that long, right?
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
Tough stuff, man. Tough stuff.
It's the first time I got to fly that drone, man. It was fun.
Oh, yeah, you just about hit the ditch.
There's a
You know-
couple times.
The other night I had a dream that I was flying a drone at a racetrack.
Oh, it happened. You got the
Yeah,
vision.
I got the vision.
Next year, you're flying that drone. You're gonna be following all those wagons.
And then I even flew it into the building and parked it on a table
Oh,
beside me.
you've
and I
been
picked it up and
chosen?
walked out.
You got the vision.
But it was great, man. It was awesome, man. Like we had some people there that hey, we got to experience the other people, how they set up, and we had a little look at that and stuff like that. But I want to thank, like, the people that came out and chipped in, you know what I mean, because it was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was a lot. 5 days, 5 day event. We had entertainment on, I think, all the days or something. But like you guys said, and then we had the rodeo each day that kind of kicked everything off. We had the parade. So our guys were like there from sun up till sundown, long days, grinding it out, and then recruiting guys on the fly. They were kicking in. We had
Kale.
Kale. We had, what's your boy's name?
Landon.
Landon. Landon's like 7 feet tall, and he was a camera guy, and he did a really awesome job. And he gave us
Had to put the tripod all the way up to be at eye level.
gave us a lot of cool angles with his height. But yeah, sitting out there in the sun all throughout the day, grinding it out. That was awesome. We had the drone. I think compared to last year, you could see a big difference. I know last year Nathan, who commented, "Good morning, morning, bro." We were, well, me and Brian and Nathan was teaching us. We were like just right at the beginning of this whole kind of program, so you could see a big difference from last year to this year, because last year me and Brian were trying to run everything and trying to figure it out. But this year you could see the boys and the quality of work with all the hours they put in a year. And yeah, just the quality of the product they were able to deliver with the camera angles, the overlays, the lower thirds, and the interviews and the commentary. It was all awesome. So I just wanted to say that really quick. Like, I'm really proud of these boys and how far they came.
Thank you.
Kind of taking over the live stream from me. Took a huge weight off my shoulders. So now these boys are running it. And yeah, we'll get into that a little more, but we all see it, right? We all see it on our Facebook page and the work that these guys are doing. I get a lot of comments with what the 7 Gen program is doing from a lot of other community members, not necessarily Onion Lake. Like, we get a lot of good comments from Onion Lake, but a lot of neighboring communities all have a lot of good acknowledgement for the work that these guys are doing. So IOPS, Mr. Nate, your streaming is deadly now. Good work on the whole team.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thanks, Nathan.
Shout out to Nathan, IOPS. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here a year later this far. Yeah. So yeah. So moving on. Yeah, sports day was crazy. Like, crazy, man. But anyway, so moving on, powwow, how was that? Let's get into that a little bit.
Long hours.
Same
long
thing,
hours.
man.
Yeah, right from the morning. One night there, we didn't stop till like 2, or a couple nights till like 2 in the morning,
2
right?
in the morning, yeah.
First grand entry all the way to like 2 or something.
Yeah. Setting up, getting there into the harbor home base there a little bit early, getting things moving and stuff like that, making sure that everything was operational before grand entry, and then making sure everybody was out of the home base and everything put away, charging and everything like that after everything was done. First people there, last people to leave, man. That was it's an eye-opener for sure.
That's how it is. Just for the viewers out there that watch what goes on in the lives, like, it looks all simple and basic, but in reality there's a lot of complexity behind the scenes. And one of the hardest parts, like, it's not really hard, but it kind of is what Brian just said. You're the first one at every event and you're the last one to leave. You can't end the live until the speakers are done speaking and whatever, and then you can end the live, they all get to go home, and then we gotta wrap up all the equipment, package it all up, and store it away somewhere safe. And then that takes another hour after the event is over. So your
Right.
time on location is extended doing all that.
Even
Yeah.
with that being said, too, there's that part of the job, but there's the whole part while you're live and everything. You're producing this content and you're experiencing everything live in person, and you're bringing that to other people. And I think that's what, for me, kind of keeps me going through these events. It's very tiring, but it's knowing that you're producing this quality of content for the people that can't be there, and you're there in person to experience it. So it doesn't even feel like work a lot of times.
Yeah.
You're there working, but it just doesn't feel like work because of what you're doing. And I think that's what really keeps me going with this, with everything.
Yeah. Another thing too is like it there's a big difference for those of us that don't realize out there. There's a big difference between live streaming and recording and editing. Recording and editing, you have the time and the ability to polish something up and sculpt it the way you want it to be, make a beautiful masterpiece and get and publish it. But with live streaming, everything is on the fly. You're live, so your creativity is like right now. You're when you're producing the overlays, the wording, the whatever, like it's all right now. Quick, 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 quick. Trying to keep the viewers entertained and trying to get the right information across while you're live. If you watch IOPS's stuff, check out their page on Facebook and YouTube. They're they're really good at that. They're really good at being ahead of everything. All the right information is always out, and yeah, just a high quality product. And I think that's where we're striving to
We'll
be
get there.
one day
We'll get there, Nathan.
when we grow up.
When we grow up,
When we get bigger,
when we get big.
All right. So with that, moving on. Okay, let's go to this calendar here. I'm gonna let you guys have
Let's
at
talk
it
a little bit. I
because
just want to send a quick shout out to the students that gave us a hand.
yeah,
Man, they came out. We had a total, I think, of about 20 or so, 17 at the most, I think. And they came out, and there was so many of them that came out and gave us a hand with what we needed to do. I want to thank you guys all. Don't think I can remember all your names, but we still have two that are active when we go into the high school, and they're there. They make themselves available for us when we need them. And I just want to thank all of you students that helped us out throughout the summer, man. Thanks, and you guys helped out a lot.
yeah. Just really quick, Mr. Misto, can you
Yeah.
off memory name them or list their names off really quick?
Okay, let's start here. Where were we? I want to start with, the one that sticks out the most, Cassius Carter. Yeah, he's got a personality, man, that he could be a front man wherever he's at
yeah,
because he's outspoken, right? Shanila, because she's with us still. Sadie Stanley, um, Austin Mitzwing, um, Miles Lewis, Landon Hill. Who else was there?
Ava Chell,
Ava Chell, yeah. Could you think of
Cadence,
Cadence with Stone?
Aurora,
Aurora Hill. That's 10. We got more. Brianna Abbott.
Yeah,
Brianna Abbott. Yeah.
Braden
Braden
and,
Dillon.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Ira
Ira Carter.
Makokis.
Makokis.
Yeah.
Ira Makokis.
kind of thinking that's about Lance. We had Lance as well.
Yeah, Lance came up for a bit. And then we had our post-sec and the ones that weren't students, which is our hockey players, Avon Skeenum, Grayson Chell, Laird Junior Patagon that came out and gave us a hand. They were good, you know. It was awesome. Awesome stuff. I think that's off the top of my head who I could remember.
I think that's most of them.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
And if we forgot, you know, I'm sorry. But you know, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're just going off memory, right? And yeah, like for sure. Even me, like yeah, I'm really thankful for all the participants we had during the summer. I thought it was really cool that we had a lot of interest for our program.
And there's gonna be more opportunities, right? There's gonna be more.
Yeah. And yeah, it was a part of the summer student program under education. I think the coordinator was
Brianna Carter.
Yes. Shout out to Brianna. So just really quick side note, Brianna is in Ontario or somewhere out east, going to school post-sec. We did a segment with her. Go back, check it out. She's doing a lot of good work and kind of making really high achievements on behalf of her education journey. Last year we had Tayden Horse. Shout out to Tayden. He's out in Stanford, California, USA. Taking computer engineering or no, some engineering program, but he wants to get into like rocket science. So he's targeting SpaceX or NASA to try to get into. I've been kind of keeping tabs on him a little bit with his dad. And man, like the program that he's in is really complex math, really high like math equations that are out of this world.
Some Big Bang Theory stuff.
Science, yeah, but he's doing really
Awesome
well
stuff.
out there. And his dad, you know, when I bump into him, I ask him how's Tayden doing, and he's like buried in the books all day, every day. Like that's how demanding it is.
Wow.
So shout out to Tayden. Hope you're doing well, young man, and you know, shoot us a message, or you know, when you come back, come swing by, come say hi. Another one is like the boy said, Larry Patagon Jr. He went back to the States. I can't remember where. I think Virginia or Maine, somewhere out there, playing semi-pro hockey. Signed a contract with a new team. So he went back, I think last week or the other week. The other one is Grayson Chell. He went back to the States too. He's going to school in University of
Toledo.
Toledo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Randall's nephew. Yeah. Toledo. Yeah. So Grayson was with us. University hockey out there on a contract or a scholarship, I believe. But he got picked up anyway out there. I think playing high level hockey there. So they were with us for the summer with the summer student program. They did a lot of good work for us, and we wish them all the best. We wish them a really good year this year with school and their sports and their academics. So shout out to them. I think that's something to be proud of on behalf of Onion Lake, you know, for our young people, especially our kids, like my daughter, 4 years old, you know, to have people like that she can look up to in terms of academics. But of course, that's not the only avenue in life. There's, you know, the path is wide and diverse, and we all have different areas of passion and all that, right? So, yeah, so I think with that, moving on, shout out to the summer students we had all summer. Hope you guys are doing good back in school. So with that, we'll get into the calendar here. We'll do a little general update on what we've been up to. So I have August here. Do you guys want to just take it away? We'll start from right here: PCD, Onion Lake, and then urban and yada yada yada.
Per capita distribution. I honestly don't remember this day. Maybe I got it direct.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that's
don't know
when
what we did.
remember when they had all those like princesses and Spider-Man at the
At the
Power
arena?
Grounds? At the
Power Grounds?
Yeah. That's when we were set up in a little
right,
elders booth.
right.
Yeah.
Treaty
Okay.
Day, I
Yeah.
thought.
Was that Treaty
Was
Day?
that Treaty Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Treaty Day.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Anyway, moving on. Saskatoon urban. Let's start there.
Saskatoon Urban Meeting. Yeah, that one was that was a good one. We went out there. There was a good turnout. You know what I mean? There was people out there that came out and they spoke. I think there was an general update on the general band meeting. Um, we got an opportunity to talk with a couple of people from Saskatoon. I think I can't even remember her name. Can you?
Patricia.
Patricia
Patricia
Atchinum
Atchinum?
and
Nahani?
Nahani. Yeah.
Nahani Olson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Quick little
let's give
interview.
a highlight on that really quick.
Quick little interview with Nahani Olson. She runs a program called BIRM, BIRM. Can you get the acronym elaboration on that?
Yeah, 1 second.
Anyway, she started this thing that helps students that need support in Saskatoon, and she works for the U of S, I think, or her office is at the U of S. And if somebody needs help with just anything generally that a student hits a brick wall or doesn't know where to turn or whatever, and she's that support, helps people continue where they need to go.
Yeah, BIRM, it's building intercultural resilience mentorship.
Yeah, mentorship, that's what it was. Yeah, and she was doing a real good job. I think she started out on her own, and then now she's got an office with a few employees and stuff like that. So she's doing a really good job for the students of U of S.
Yeah, pretty sure she was like the director of BIRM.
Yeah.
She was up there, yeah.
Yeah. So she's a staff member of the U of S and she's an Onion Lake band member.
Onion Lake band member.
Doing a lot of good work out there, so that's awesome. Okay, moving on. We'll try to make this brief. Because there's so much here. E-Town Urban Band Meeting.
Yeah, that was a good one. That one had quite a lot of people too. You weren't there, right?
No,
yeah.
I went to Saskatoon. Yeah.
Yeah, they had quite a lot of people there. That's where they did the hamper draws. Those are really big hits at those things, like the food hamper giveaways.
Yeah,
those are good ones. We also interviewed Ashley Quinney over there, the liaison for Edmonton Urban House.
Yeah,
she's got a lot of good things going on over there. That was a good one. A lot of people showed up to that.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Quinny, Edmonton Urban Band members. You want a connection to the reserve, you could go through her office and she'll do her best to give you the information you're looking for. Or else you could reach out over here and we'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
So moving on, Friday was a holiday that day, and then on that Saturday, there was a smoke lodge. We want to touch on that a little bit.
We just did a quick little shout out to the community and got some people come and help out the setup, and it was a good ceremony. I think you guys went until early hours,
4 a.m.
That was quite the ceremony. Yeah.
Yeah, so just a little bit of background on that, and going back again to our crazy work schedule, like that's a prime example, but we're not complaining, At the end of the day, like, we're here for the community, we're community members here, we care about what happens here, and we just want to help out however we can, wherever we can, whenever we can. So this was an example of that. But just a little background on this one. Yeah, like, without getting into too much detail, I know ceremonies and stuff like that are sensitive to kind of talk about, but this is a ceremony that is being brought back to the community of Onion Lake. It's so that this was year 2 of having this ceremony, and there's a lot of escapos, and it's a law lodge, and there's a lot of teachings, really important teachings around this, that all ties back to the treaties and our identity, but even before the treaties with our inherent rights. So I think touching on this isn't really a bad thing because we want to highlight the importance of doing things like this on behalf of our people in honor of our past 7 generations to the time of the treaty and in honor of the next 7 generations who are not here. So, a big part of the what's going on out there in the political world, treaties and identity and language and culture is something really important. So, trying to provide spaces for our people to reconnect, especially our young people, for our future is, what this is all about. So there's a lot of those coming up, different kinds of ceremonies. Reach out to wellness or even us, and we'll try to inform you as best we can on what's coming up so that you can fit them into your schedule and begin participating. So with that, moving on. Um, August 19, elders gathering planning meeting. We had a team meeting. On the 21st, we met with education admin. That one was a pretty cool meeting. We were able to do a presentation to them with our program and, just kind of highlighting the different areas and resources that our program has and how we can help the education system and empowering our youth and contributing towards student success in terms of academics and attendance retention and things like that. So that was a really cool little presentation we did. We had a cool little video and we had Cash and Shonila and our crew on there. So it was nice. It was really nice to share that with the education principals and admin. So with that, moving on, we had um yeah, not everything is on here because you guys went to, oh no, right there on the weekend. So we had the back to school event hosted by Recreation. You guys want to touch on that a little bit?
That was me, right? Yeah, that's when we set up at the log church there. They had haircuts. There was go-karts at the high school track. Rec was giving away back to school bags filled with little stuff. They had lunch hampers. It was pretty cool. There's a lot of things going on there. They had like 4 barbers there that were giving out haircuts, and that line was so long. I walked in there just to go take a look at it, and all the seats that were there, I thought people were just sitting there. That was a lineup for every single one of them. But it was pretty cool. We took the drone up to go watch the go karts. You could see them; they're just going around the track. This tiny little go karts there. It was pretty cool to see. We kind of just set up on the side and doing interviews. Brought the guitar out. Alexi sang some songs. It was good. It was a good day.
Right on. One thing that's not on here, maybe you guys could talk about a little bit, the pop-up karaoke's.
Yeah, those are fun.
Something we want to continue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, something we want to continue for sure. It brings out like community engagement, right? We want to bring community engagement, bring people out, try and get them to understand that wherever we are, it's always a good, safe place to be. And we try to make things fun. We want people to come out and engage with whatever we're doing. So it's like karaoke, and that's something where we could probably bring people out of their shells, because there's a lot of hidden talent that maybe people are kind of a little bit shy and stuff like that. But I mean, with a good coach, like somebody like Mitch in your corner, man, like you can do it, right?
You can be the
Mitch is,
best.
yeah, Mitch is awesome at what he does, right on.
Sometimes you just want to have fun.
I remember singing that song. Pop up
Yeah.
karaoke.
So on that note, the reason why that popped into my head was because I know at the back to school event that Mitch was talking about at the East Side Log Church, We brought on a new staff member on behalf of our 7 Gen live streaming, and that's Miss Alexi Bull.
Hey,
And I remember I was in the office here that day with Serena, and we had the live on our screen while we were doing our work here, and we were able to listen to Mitch and Alexi and the rest of the crew jamming out. And it was really nice and soothing just to be able to unplug from everything, plug into that, and just kind of focus on our work that we need to do and listening to our own local people filling the airwaves with beautiful music. So
Oh,
as you guys seen, these guys were set up at the grandstand up at the sports ground, east side, and like Brian said, we want to do more of that. And it's pop-up style, it's nothing serious. It's not a competition. We're just, trying to provide a space where people to come and practice their guitaring, their vocals, their lyrics, things like that. So it's always welcoming. We're always looking for more people to participate. So be on the lookout for more of those coming up, and everybody's welcome. Um, I think eventually we want to do a big contest, but maybe like in a year or something. Something like what they do in Prince Albert with
Nice.
what's that
Voices of
called?
the North.
Voices of the North, but down the line. But on also on that note, like our crew is growing with musicians and people that are into music. uh, so more of that coming up. And I think that's really cool. I think it's, also another memory that just popped in my head. We had a young recruit that joined us during the smoke lodge was our first message, and then he didn't come on till a week or two later.
Mhm.
And that's Mr. Alex Tradewell. Young kid from Eagleview, little teenager quadding around and found himself some work. He showed up every day and grinded it out with everybody, and he was all into it. And yeah, it was a really nice blessing to have him
That
a
was
part of the program.
having him on board. When they came to the Treaty 6 gathering, a bunch of UVU students came there, and a bunch of them came to the booth and they said, how did Alex get it that job? Like, how can I work? And then lots of them were asking, like, he was saying he made this much money, he did this. It's like, how do I do that?
He was happy with
Yeah.
his paycheck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, right? Like we're really trying to help the kids feel empowered and to break out of their shell and to feel confident and to feel that they could do whatever they put their mind to, and to just let them know they're in a safe space to let their creativity flow. And just from my own observation, like I think you guys do a good job of that with everyone that comes on the live. They feel comfortable and they um made aware that that like you can make mistakes and there's really no mistakes. Like it's all learning and just doing things on the fly and just having fun, right? And just growing and learning and practicing and all that. So with that, moving on. So oh yeah, Lloyd back to school. So Denise and who went to that one?
Vern?
Vern.
Yeah.
Denise and Vern went to Lloyd, so they had a back to school thing. At the same time, we had one here in Onion Lake, so that was really cool. And I think another cool thing is like the size of our team now. We have the ability to be in two lake locations at once simultaneously. So which is really good because the demand for our program is growing. A lot of people are reaching out and booking us and wanting us to go here and there and here and there. And so far we haven't had to turn anyone down due to not enough manpower. We've been able to accommodate what's been coming our way, so it's something we want to continue doing with our program. So moving on, August 29th, honoring Colby Stanley. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, that was a good one. We set up at the sports grounds that day. There was a parade that was planned. They had entertainment. Colby showed up there because they were celebrating his CPCA championship win for 2025. Again, congratulations, Colby. You made us all proud. You did good. We got to do a live interview on location, a live podcast, basically, where everyone in the crowd was able to hear what was being said. Oh, I like that one. Everyone got to hear what he was talking about. And he had a lot of good things to say. You know, he's got a beautiful little family. He's got a good support system. He was talking about all the stuff that he does back home. One of the stories I really liked was he said he's so busy. Sometimes he doesn't have time to like get a workout in. So, because he's always got his kids there. So he said what he'll do sometimes is go let the chickens out and let the kids go run around and chase them. And that gives him time to go for a run and get a quick workout in. Yeah. You know, that was a good one, honoring Colby. Good job, Colby.
Yeah. Just a little background info on Kobe. For the ones that don't know, and I could be wrong on this. This is my understanding and the information I gathered on what happened that weekend in Lloyd with the whole championship thing. Kobe was in the top 10. He wasn't he had to be in the top 6 to qualify for the championship round on the final day. I think Kobe was sitting 8th or ninth, and then on the second last day, he had a good run. He had time of the night. So he ended up leapfrogging into the top 6, qualified into the final heat on the final day. And then we all see the videos after that, what happened there. He ended up winning that final heat and becoming the champion for the season. I'm not sure the technicalities around that, but anyway, he won. What he achieved that day was really huge in the
Oh,
Chuck
yeah.
Wagon world and the Indian world and the Onion Lake world. So shout out to Kobe. That's an awesome story. I wish I knew the details behind that, but just listening to that, yeah, that was awesome. Deadly. Shout out to Cobes. We were able to bring him to Onion and celebrate some time with him and do an interview, like Mitch said. It was good. So the next day after that, so what happened the next morning?
6 o'clock in the morning, we were off to Saskatoon. Like we finished, I think, at 9 here. Next morning, 6 a.m., we took off Saskatoon because FSIN was starting soccer. Clinton Dillon messaged me saying, "Can you guys come out and stream our games?" So we were like, "Okay, yeah, we can do it." I didn't know it was FSIN. I thought they just had like a little tournament. We get there and find out that there's Masters men's, Masters women's. There's the senior men's, senior women's. And yeah, we got there. We got to the field. We streamed. I think it was the women's Masters first, which was Trista and them. They won their game. Then we jumped across to the other field, and then we caught, I think it was Clinton's game. And then we ended up staying there for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. FSI. And that was a fun one, man. There's lots of competitive teams out there. I didn't know soccer could be that intense. Like all I ever watched is hockey tournaments. Seeing soccer it's crazy, man. Emotions get high. It's
Yeah,
like just
man.
as rank as
I was
hockey.
I was supposed to go play in the 35 plus, right? But they didn't offer me 1,000 in a room, so I
Oh,
didn't go.
yeah.
Just kidding, no. But for real, I was supposed to go play with them, but things came up. I couldn't make it. But shout out to the 35 plus men's there that took third over there, and then the women's who took second. That you guys did a good thing out there, and you guys played awesome. But for real, like soccer is very intense. I've
Yeah.
never played it before. I just started 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was rough, man. It was rough, but I
Yeah.
had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That championship game that the girls played there, that was intense. The defense was so tight on both sides. There was no
They
goals at
couldn't
all.
even score.
All
Yeah.
that maybe only like 2 shots each that whole time. They had to go to a shootout, and that was intense to watch, man.
Yeah.
Quite the experience.
Yeah, and a lot of us were watching that live, and yeah, like you guys did a really good job over there, keeping the crowd entertained. And one of the cool things that when I was watching, miking up the players.
Yeah.
Even the tryout camp here, the junior A, the players were mic'd up. I didn't really know what to think about it, but I kind of didn't say nothing and just listened and just went with it. It's really cool. I thought it was really cool to show the humanness of the athletes and the participants, and like especially with the hockey boys there, like when you're on the outside looking in and you don't have the audio on them, it could be kind of intimidating. Like you have these warriors on the ice and battling it out, and in really good shape young men. But when you have the mic on them, they're just teasing each other and roasting each other, and they're like little young teenagers, just
Yeah,
having fun
Just
with each
having
other.
fun, that's all. That's what it sounded like.
yeah.
They're just having fun. Then and it was good to watch.
It
Yeah.
brings like a kind of extra layer of entertainment on top of what that is.
Yeah.
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 And it's good for the young boys looking up to these guys to know that, hey man, these guys are just regular people like me. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could do that too if I work hard at it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Shout out to, what were the places again there?
Second
FSI.
and third.
Yeah, I know the 35 plus women took second, and then the 35 plus men, I think they took third.
Yeah, they took third.
Yeah. Shout out to
And
them.
then men's
Congratulations.
and women's teams also did awesome out there. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 4 teams out there, right?
mm-hmm.
Like one in each division. Yeah, the women's game, final game, man, they're intense, man. Like
Yeah.
they're yeah, like Mitch said, like no inches given, man. Every inch was a battle, and yeah, it's pretty intense. It was good to watch. And the fact that they ended up in a tie after 90 minutes, like that's an achievement in itself. And then he had the overtime where the shootout, or the deciding whatever. So huge achievement for them. Could have went either way. We could have had the gold.
And one thing about that whole weekend is they were playing in like plus 30 weather, plus 30,
Yes.
plus 32, just straight heat, no wind. And that was insane on its own, man. Just sitting there, like live streaming it all. They're just trying to get as much
You
win
guys
as we
were
could.
trying to keep cool, and they
then
were
they're
running
out there
around.
running. Yeah.
Holy.
It was
Yeah,
good,
these
though.
guys complaining about the heat and they're just chilling in the shade.
Yeah,
outside.
underneath our tarp. Why didn't they get us AC?
Yeah. Shout out to FSI and soccer.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, so moving on. What happened the next day? Oh no, these guys bailed out. These guys are supposed to stay in Saskatoon, but Mitch needed a pamper change.
it
and a
was too
bottle,
hot.
so he had,
It was too hot to stay there another day.
But we had Denise and Jaren over there, so they had a back to school event over there. On the next day after that, the following Tuesday, Monday was a holiday. Yeah, so heard a lot of good things about that. It was well received. We're able to hook up youth and young students with school bags and supplies and stuff like that. And then moving on, what happened after that?
Elders Gathering. That was a good one in Harlan. They had what was his name there again? Jerry Saddleback, I think, was there speaking about it was like all the teachings that he could, the beginning, the creation stories, and it was good. And they had everyone sitting in a big tent while he was there talking. They had little events going on around the sides too. They were giving elders haircuts, feeding them. There was they do rattle making, beatings. It was a good one. A lot of elders came out. The first day was kind of chilly, so there wasn't as much. But as the days went on, more came out, and they really enjoyed it. They had little games underneath that tent. There was entertainment there. They had a mini round dance. It was a good one.
Yeah. So that was for the next 3 days. Yeah, so busy. These guys were busy. So moving on, Junior A Scouts main camp, and then Edmonton back to school. So the Junior A Scouts. So this is the one we were talking about where the boys were mic'd up. You want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah. Well, we went and did the Edmonton event, and we came back next day. We went and set up here at the arena. They did their training in the morning. We mic'd up. I think it was Lair and Kale. They were out there while they were training, and the coach brought his two dogs with him, and those dogs kept jumping over the bench, and he'd be walking all over the ice in the middle of all of that. And there's it's funny to see. And then they had an inter squad game. That was a pretty good game. There's a lot of good talent out there, man. Like they're gonna have a really good team. And that's where that interview with Kale happened. The one that was blowing up on our page there for a while. That was a good one. It was, I pulled him to the side, did a quick interview, and then as he was talking mid story, I pulled the mic away. Oh, that's all the time that we got today, and that really went viral. There were like 70,000 views on that video.
Oh,
I even
I
had a
gotta
couple.
see that video. I didn't see that one.
I'll show you. I got a couple people that come up to me now. Can I do an interview? Even at the last thing we did there, Tim came up to me like, can I do a Kale interview?
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, deadly. Good entertainment. The other one too that kind of was popular a little bit was in Saskatoon. These guys were prepping for the Saskatoon Urban Band meeting, and they were set up. And then I seen a video get posted, and Jaren's at the podium, cameras on him, just him, and he walks up to the podium and he's like, "What did he do?
We need change.
Yeah.
We need, and then the crowd starts clapping, and then the camera turns to the crowd, and it's just Brian and Mitch sitting there and clapping. And, that was funny. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay, so moving on, Treaty 6 gathering. So again, just really quick, Edmonton back to school event. We were able to participate in that as well. So we were able to hook up the Edmonton band members with backpacks for their kids and school supplies and stuff like that, and a supper, and hung out a little bit. So yeah. So we were able to hit all our urban centers and able to reach out to as much of our band members as we can outside of Onion Lake, but also in Onion Lake too. So good job to Onion Lake for that.
Oh,
Okay, moving on. Treaty 6 gathering. Someone want to touch on that one?
yeah, that was another good one. We set up at Fort Pitt. They had a bunch of people talking, a bunch of leadership from all over the place. They all gathered there. They were informing everyone was going on. They brought a bunch of schools out. Eagleview, Chief Taylor, the high school, they were all there. I think there was other schools like Saddle Lake came out. I think Frog Lake came out, and they all came there, and it was a really good one, really busy. Yeah, that one kind of flew right by. We were so busy during that time.
Yeah. We were able to live stream that. I want to give a shout out to our treaty governance team. They put a really well organized event together. They were able to put an awesome agenda together. They were able to line up a good list of speakers. So there was a lot of rich information there. The fact that this is an annual event hosted by Onion Lake. Down the road, you're at Fort Pitt. I think the cool thing about that is like it's ground zero to when Treaty 6 was signed on behalf of this area. Commemorating that. For those of us that don't know, Treaty 6 at Fort Pitt was signed on September 9th, 1876. So every year on September 9th, we have our annual treaty gathering down the road here in honor of our ancestors. And, a little fun fact on the side, we're in the time right now of the 7th generation from the time when the treaties were signed. So we're 7 generations away from that. And then all the other ones around that, right? 7, 8, 9, 6. So I think it's really special and significant. A little quick shout out regarding this. Next year is the 150th anniversary for this commemoration. Since Treaty 6 was signed. So, I think one of the cool things around that is just the vision of our ancestors and our leaders back in the day to have the foresight and the ability to have something so strong and intact where we benefit to this day. And the intention is for as long as the sun shines, grass grows, and rivers flow. So, really, really honored for me just to be able to, be a beneficiary of that vision back then and a descendant like we all are. um, so yeah, that really cool, like fun fact, So 150th next year, it's gonna be way bigger. So put that in your calendar, September 9th next year, Fort Pitt Treaty Gathering. It's going to be a good one. I know the Treaty Gov team is already planning and working on that one for next year. So shout out to them. What else did we
I just want to
have?
give a
Yep.
quick shout out at that Junior A Scouts when we were there.
Yep.
That that was all produced and everything was done by Tyrell Rowan and Alexi Bull, the newest ones.
Mm,
We gave them the equipment. They said, "All right, it's all you guys today." So every angle, every change, every um overlay, that was all thanks to Tyrell and Alexi. So shout out to them. Good job, you guys. You guys did really good that day.
yeah, yeah. Also, Kyron or Kieran.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you want to touch on that real quick?
Yeah, he was there taking a bunch of pictures. He's getting a lot of good footage. I haven't seen any of the pictures on the scouts page yet, but he was there. It's not easy getting good pictures in that arena just because that glass is so scuffed up. But from what I can tell, he got a lot of good footage, got a lot of good pictures. Man, that's a cool one. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah. Okay, moving on. So we have community engagement forum. So we had an infrastructure forum on September 10th, which was a couple weeks ago at the new round hall. The boys were set up there. If you weren't able to attend, look back on the episode that they done. There's a lot of really cool ideas and information there in regards to community development. Again, golf course, some businesses, multiplex, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. It'll be in the episode. Check it out. If you want to, get the 411 on what the plans are looking like for the future of Onion Lake. So shout out to them. Moving on, we had what else? Elders trip. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Go ahead, Randall.
That elders trip, I had fun on that elders trip actually. It was a last minute decision for me. It was a long time away from home for me. And I'll tell you that those elders, it was fun to get to know them. You know what I mean? Personally. Oh man, they had a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs with them. We had one elder that was traveling around with us, man.
Oh yeah.
He was a and that's all we heard from him was, oh yeah. That's all I like. I can't even get that out of my head. He was fun to hang out with. He taught us a little bit of everything. And it was good to see them have fun. The smiles on their faces was what made it worth it, I guess, right? They had fun out there, and I'm thankful that they took them out there for that trip because some of them need it or they had fun out. That's the most important thing. And I was already tired. By the 18th, I was sleeping all over the place. I was already tired, helping, like taking care of the luggage, helping them get to their rooms every day. That was kind of tiring. I was already in bed by like 10 o'clock every night. So,
Long hours, long
yeah.
days.
And they were up at like 6 in the
Oh,
morning,
man. Yeah,
7.
they're early birds, man.
I thought
Ready.
at least we'd be able to sleep in some days. Already is like 7:30. They're outside packing their luggage, ready to
Yeah.
go.
And especially in Osoyos there, hearing the different language and the different culture that they have. that was very, I don't know, it was good to see. It was good to see, get to participate in what they offered us. They took care of us out there, anyways.
Yeah. They hosted us really well. Shout out to the organizers, Ernie and Denise. It was really well organized. It was a lot of people to manage, a lot of moving parts, and with our nurses as well, the medical team, being on standby and just helping with everything. The 7 Gen crew helping with everything as escapos and laborers and helpers. The days were long, and sorry, someone wanna take it from here? I gotta
Yeah,
Take
no,
this
is
call.
Usoy is massive, long ways. It was like a
Mhm.
14-hour drive in total, but they split it up so that it was manageable for everyone. First day we went to Calgary, spent the night there. Next day we went to, where is it, Sycamoose in BC, I think. And then after that night we took off to, was it straight to Soyuz from Sycamoose?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stops along the way, just like little gift shops. I know we stopped in Enderby. That's where I got this sweater. We stopped in, I think it was Golden, Vernon, Kelowna, and then straight to Soyuz. And then coming back, we went through Kelowna, no, Kamloops. Stopped in Jasper where we got to have a talk with Jimmy O'Cheese.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That mountain there with the face on it. That was what
Oh,
Saki
yeah.
Chuck he was
Yeah.
saying, right?
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
just see the head and the body and whatnot there
Yeah.
on the mountain.
That
Very
was really
powerful.
cool. Yeah. That's my first time seeing Jasper after the fire.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that bad. You
Is
drive
it
in,
like I remember going there in the streets and there was all these buildings
Yeah,
on this
buildings.
side. They're all gone.
They're all
Man,
gone.
It just goes right into the mountains.
Wow.
and it's
All the
just
trees are
trailers
wiped
now.
out.
Like trailers just parked along the side there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Devastation.
Yeah. So going back to the eldest trip, yeah, this a shout out to all the staff and all the helpers. We had 2 charter buses that we took, 2 busloads, and then a couple vans, and then some vehicles. It was a massive project, but at the end of the day, it's for our elders of the community, our Muslims and Gugums. We all love them, and I think it was really cool for our leadership to support a project like that for our old people, and just to let them know, like, we want them to enjoy themselves and to not worry about titims running around and babysitting and stuff and hauling stuff around, because we had all of us there doing all that for them, and just trying to make everything as comfortable as we could for them. It is an annual trip, so I'm looking forward to the next one next year. Again, shout out to Ernie, shout out to Denise. You guys did an awesome job coordinating all of this, and to the leadership for the support and everyone else that was involved. It was awesome. It was deadly.
Oh.
Yeah. So moving on. So that's when Randall started. Was the Friday, the day we left. It was supposed to be his last day at work, and they had a cake for him, and they cut out a picture of his face, made a little man there, taped his
Yeah.
face under, had his cake, and they had his party there.
Without me,
In
yes.
He didn't
spirit.
even show.
But respect to them. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to wellness. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Just in a rush to head out. Oh.
Well, there was
really.
just no choice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Randall jumped on with us, and the only reason why I jumped on with our 7 Gen program and our public relations program is just so he could go to a Soyuz.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
He's
I
done
don't
now.
know about that, man.
Oh.
So anyway, moving on. So here we are. We had a staff meeting yesterday. We're prepping for the forum and our strategic planning all week. So again, the reason why we're doing this episode is to promote our public relations strategic planning forum, which is tonight. It's a community forum at the New Round Hall Start time 5 o'clock. Everyone invited and encouraged to attend, to come and participate, come and share your thoughts, your mind, your feelings, your ideas, and help us with some direction on where we want to take Onion Lake in terms of communication and, just creating a healthy community for our people. So I think with that, that's kind of where we're at with everything. Just a little quick general update. Wasn't so quick, but there's a lot going on with this program and a lot of work being done here. And I just want to give a shout out to our crew. They're doing a lot of heavy lifting, putting in a lot of long hours. They're grinding it out. And, to be honest, I haven't heard any complaints from anybody in regards to the workload. So I think that's a good sign. I think they're enjoying it. And, like Nathan said, like I said, like you guys are putting out a lot of good quality work out there. And you can see it with people engaging with our platform, and I'm excited to see where this program is going to be in a year from now, and in 2 years and 5 years. So a lot to look forward to. So I think with that, November 29th, September 29th, Monday, put this in your calendar. There's gonna be we'll when we get more info, we'll do another episode. But there's a community event in honor of truth and reconciliation. There's an orange t-shirt day. It's National TRC Day in the mainstream in honor of our residential school and the things that took place like that in our recent past. So again, in honor of them, where there's an event coming up. We don't know the details yet. It could be on the 29th or it could be on the 30th, but the 30th is a holiday. I think they're shooting for the 30th. The Onion Lake Junior A Scouts is having their home opener on the 30th at 7 p.m. in Onion Lake. Again, a new hockey team for Onion Lake. So like Mitch said, there's a lot of good young talent there. A lot of these young boys were, like Kyron and Andrew, they went to play in the States last year, and we have players from all over coming back home to play for this team. So I think it'll be a good year. It'll be interesting.
That's exciting. Exciting to finally get to see our junior A Scouts as a team on the ice in the home opener. That's going to be awesome. I'm gonna be there for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, my bad. Sorry guys, I'm just distracted right now.
Okay.
A lot going on. So I think we'll end it at that. I have golf passes to give away. They're worth $400, a little under that. But share this video. Write a comment. 7gen hashtag. Like, share, subscribe, all that. But we'll do a draw. We'll do a draw tonight at the forum. Remind me.
Let's do that.
At the end of the
I'll
night.
remind
So
you.
share this video. We want to get the word out. Forum tonight, 5 p.m. We'll end off there. We'll see you guys there. We'll be live streaming that. Don't be shy to comment if you can't make it in person. Comment your ideas on what you want to see in the community. One last thing before we go. I want to give a shout out to Miss Ada McDonald or Dylan. Okay, I want to read something here. Dear Ada Dylan, Anthony Mastrangelo and the staff at Orange Lake Golf Resort are excited to host you for the 2025 MJT National Championship presented by Adidas Golf in Kissimmee, Florida from November 6th to the 9th. Based on your finish on the 2025 MJT Order of Merit, you have qualified for an exemption into this prestigious WAGR, um, AJGA, and Gulf Canada ranked event. Action required. Please email to accept or decline this exceptional opportunity by September 17. If you know that you will not be accepting. So, shout out to Ada Dillon, qualified into the 2025 MJT National Championship in Florida, coming up on November 6th to 9th. So,
Oh, good job.
yeah.
Are we gonna go live stream
Congratulations,
that?
Ada, man. Good job. Excellent work.
Woo-woo.
Way to trailblaze, man.
Are
Way
we
to
gonna go
trailblaze.
live stream that?
I think she's
I think we should.
I think she's a high school student, or like getting ready to graduate. But again, just another kind of cool story from Onion Lake, and another one of our band members achieving
Right.
something great,
That's
you know.
awesome.
So shout out to Ada Dillon. We're proud of you. 7 Gen will be live on location, live streaming. We'll have some drones cruising around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Ada. I know before she goes, I wanna try do a podcast episode with her in here. So something I'm working on. We'll get into to the details on that with her. Hopefully things work out scheduling wise and all that. So shout out to Ada, and yeah, we'll end off there. 5 o'clock tonight. New Round Hall. Be there or be
Not there.
not there.
We'll see you guys at the round hall tonight.
Yeah, have a good day. Muestas. Oh yeah, Corby. I'll come back to you, Corby, on the next round. Sorry, bro. I have to run. We're out of time. Later, bro.